Hi there. So I just want to share a little thing. Like I've been able to use law of attraction to actually get my UBs going and everything's happening, and I think other people can get the wins as well, and that's what the whole video was about. Um, so the story is like I've been watching like some like motivational people and like learning from them, and I've heard the story that there were like two teams in NBA, and one team had their summer camp and training to play basketball and just throw hoops and stuff, and they like had to throw like hundreds of shots, like seconds and 3 pointers, and they just hit them and like get the scores. The other team had to do the same thing without the ball. They just had to visualize the process and imagine them throwing the hoops and stuff, and like guess which team scored more? The one that never got the ball, because in their imagination, when they got to visualize, all their balls fell in and they scored all the points. Knowing that, so hearing the story, during the weekend I've been visiting my grandparents, and I got to play basketball and just practice a little bit, and I've tried this, like, hey, why not? So I tried, like, I was like playing basketball and then practicing and stuff, and like, so I just stopped and I started like, okay, I'm just gonna imagine myself and just visualize the process of myself like taking the ball and throwing it. And I would do this, like, okay, 3-pointer, I do that, and the second time I pick up the ball, I throw the ball, I hit it. And it started happening again and again and again, and I felt like, hey, this is actually working, like that thing is happening. So I think like it's related to our reticular activating system, and us being able to create the process that we want, and then our brain believing it, like, because like our brain cannot tell the difference between what's happening for real or whatever we imagine. So if you imagine whatever it is, and like you imagine yourself working out or fixing your car or doing something, and you are successful at it, your brain will believe it that you were successful and that happened, and you can do those things. So having that done for a few days, playing at my grandparents and practicing and it's actually working, I'm like, hey, what if I do this with getting out of body? Like, hey, that's a person who gets out a lot. Well, anyways, I practiced, like, okay, I'm just gonna lay there in bed and imagine myself getting out of body. So I would lay in bed and actually think about, like, okay, what would it look like if I was to get out of body, and now I sit down and I'm sitting, and then I walk up and just I walk around the house and then like flash the window and start flying and doing things. Next thing you know, I fall asleep, bam, my body gets out, and exactly the same thing happens. I sit down like, hey, it's actually exactly how I visualized it. So my brain is like succeeding, and so this whole visualize thing I did, that's working, and I got out of body, and then I could do like go on adventures and do whatever. So I think like other people can use it as an example, like maybe hopefully it's gonna work for others. But it's the whole point of like, your brain cannot tell the difference between reality or whatever you imagine. So I think like a lot of people, or like if you who's watching the video, and if you want to get out of body or at least have a lucid dream, I think a good thing to do would be just trying to do that visual process of what would your lucid dream or UBI be like. And you just go from step A to step Z. And all the steps of you getting out of body, what you feel, how you experience, all the vibrations, whatever, like as much you put work into that and do the process from start to the finish. And if you do successfully, and not just once, just do it as much as often as possible, so as much as you can, and your brain will get the process, like you're succeeding at getting out, you're getting out a lot, and you're really like, okay, I get it, I can get out at all, like so you will get it, and you might have the thing going like, okay, it clicks, and now you can get out. Like for a lot of people, they have their blocks, or like they try and practice, but like techniques doesn't work, or they have like other things going. But I think like this visual work, like with self-attraction, using the reticular activating system and just programming your brain into succeeding, can work with getting out of body. And hell, you can, if it's not getting out of body, try it on other things. Like if you want to work out and like gain muscles or do something, there's actually the process, like, or like even scientific thing, that people who just simply imagine themselves playing the piano, and they imagine that process, like them being able to play the piano and playing the pieces, and they can like sort of hear the music and stuff, and they're successful at it and they're good at it, and they imagine themselves like playing in front of the big crowd. And next thing you know, they're scanning their brainwaves, and they are actually like good at playing piano, and they're better. And like, so the whole thing of imagining and playing the piano got them trained, and they're more skilled at playing piano. So try that various activities. If you have a test coming up, if you have an exam, if you have a thing practicing like, okay, I need to speak at work, but I'm like super shy and stuff. Just imagine the process like, okay, there's me speaking up. There's me playing the piano. There's me running. There's me jogging. Oh, look at me, I'm successful. And you just imagine that process. You visualize it. And come on, your dreams deserve at least 15 seconds a day. So if you can like put 15 seconds a day to whatever you want to achieve using your reticular activating system and just imagining the process, hey, at least it's gonna make you feel good. That's one. But the second, like if you are able to imagine the process, just successfully doing that process successfully and succeeding at it, I think your brain will eventually pick it up and put you in a place where you don't have to visualize anymore, and you actually start speaking up, you actually start jogging, you actually start working out and achieving your goals. So anyway, that's my message for today. Like, it might work for getting out of body. If that is not your goal, like you can try it on other activities, but this whole visualizing and putting your reticular activating system at work and making it work for you so that you would use the law of attraction to get what you want, that's actually can work. So anyway, like try it out, let me know how it goes, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!